their record-wise, but that they're not battling somebody else to level that number one seed. There goes left side, the champion. Bounces it to the free throw line. Wheeler, right side, on the top of the shot clock gets started. Chattanooga needs to hurry. It's Papa desperation three.
That's a screen for Ricky Bradley. Back to Kitulis for the open three. No good.
They got the look they wanted, just couldn't measure it out quite right.
Champion going back door.
Club, even though they're 0 whatever in conference, but they've been close.
Well, you don't have to tell the Mock fans that, because
absolutely.
they nearly defeated Chattanooga. They fell by 1 in Chattanooga.
Absolutely.
So Citadel Bulldogs, you cannot take them lightly.
No, you best not, or you're going to be looking at the wrong end of this. He just stays the same, but he's such an inviting personality, and just, I mean, and he never forgets your name or forgets your face. And it was so good to see him when I walked in here this afternoon one more time.
Yeah, JR's seen a lot of championship teams at Chattanooga. I asked him what the difference was in this team, and he said, you know, the turning point of the season was the first UNCG game in Chattanooga. They didn't play well. They lost by 3. And he said after that, there was a real commitment on the defensive side of the floor, and that's made the difference.
Oh, we're going to probably put him on.
Not scored. Kitulis has scored a bunch. Adds to his double-double. 19 points for Augie Kitulis. Clearly, Ildizogel was at the top of the scouting report in the Chattanooga locker room. He has been smothered today.
He has really been smothered. They've limited his touch.
Been on several different staffs and knows how hard it can be. Always a fun guy to talk to, and an interesting guy too. His uncle is the late Pat Conroy, the author, best-selling author, who also attended the Citadel.
This entire offensive lineup, and it's obviously not every single player, so maybe not the entire group, but many of them like to launch their body into the defender and finish off the shot. And if they don't get the shot to go down, maybe they'll get to the free throw line.
Whelan will kick it out for Costal. Back inside for Champion. Draws the double team. Whelan is open. Whelan connects.
Back to that zone look here for the Bulldogs. This is where in your mind offensively you need to dig down into your encyclopedia and go, okay, where are the spots on the floor?
Kiesler connects.
More than likely, I would see them being the number 1 seed.
UNCG defeated Chattanooga in this building earlier this year, 78-75. Here goes Bonham.
Well, how'd you like to be a team that lost 2 games this year in the league and ended up as the 2 seed, right?
Yeah. Final few seconds. Bonham got it. First half, 7-point advantage, 57-50. Chattanooga with the ball.
Always nice to make that back end free throw. It allows your defense an opportunity.
Boyd, and it's a 2-point lead now for ETSU.
You know, typically Boyd is not going to take a lot of threes, but if you leave him open, he has not shied away from it.
Bonham with
rebounder. He's going to give it a try underneath the paint tonight, and he's going to give Frank Champion all he wants, at least when Frank's on defense, if he's got to handle that guy.
Bonham. Arcing three ball from.
We saw him down low in the post, arms flailing away. Another elite rebounder for this team.
Yeah, Roosevelt Wheeler is 6'11" on the inside. And he's guarding Frank Champion now.
Yeah, shot blocker, rebounder.
Kiesler, open look, three, got it. Inside a minute and a half to go. First half action, Chattanooga and ETSU tied at 30. Champion out to Bonham.
Chattanooga really trying to overload this offense.
7 to shoot. Bonham from 3. 4 of 4 in this second half. We've got a 2-point game again with just under 16 minutes remaining. Bonham off the screen.
Baseline, uses the reverse. Box out the defense.
And that is only his second made basket of the game. Kiesler. Huff, that's two of the best guards going at it in the Southern Conference. Bonham went for the steal and fell down, but he deflected it to Champion. And here comes Chattanooga. Champion steps on the accelerator. Bonham from 3. Got it! In Peterson.
Yeah, he's just, he hasn't given up.
But I think when you talk about a team shooting 62% in the half and Chattanooga being able to do what they do, Mocs are at 52% in this second half. Here's Champion with a kick out. And here goes Whelan.
Now, there's just no question in my mind that when healthy, East Tennessee State is going to be a tough matchup in the tournament.
Whelan.
Bucky McMillan going to lean on him not to make a mistake as the 3 ball off the back rim by Holloway. Champion with the rebound as we're 7 minutes into the contest.
Sanford's on a 6-0 run right now. Mocs need to find a way to get a score.
Coastal and 1.
I love it. Thank you so much.
All right, Molly, thank you so much. Thank you, President Beck, as the shot up and missed by 4. Did the President do that when you were here?
He didn't give coaching advice like that, right?
Oh, okay.
He just gave some coaching advice.
Solid coaching advice?
Absolutely.
Of course. As Bonham will bring it ahead.
Yeah, everything starts on the defensive end. You heard that during the Super Bowl this week.
Oh, yes.
Start on the defensive end, it releases out into offense.
There's that 3-pointer
this year, but he's hit a lot in his career.
Jones can't get it to fall. Sanford ice cold right now from the field, and Chattanooga, they're not exactly lights out, but they're getting them down.
Well, and handling the pressure fairly well. Another backdoor cut.
Up and in.
Come at us in waves, and so he reminded his team that he wants them to be physical throughout the rest of the second half.
Well, Molly right on cue. Trey Fort with his first 2, but Bonham the other way.
Yeah, he's going to keep the pressure up. You do want your back man maybe to get a little deeper, right? You deny everywhere else and have one safety a little further back.
Here's Champion. Good cut. Bonham again. That back the Islands box, Rylan Jones. And you also have Trey Ford back in there, along with Lucas Walls. And we'll give you the 5 for Chattanooga in just a moment. That's going to be Huff who nails a 3. That stemmed the tide when Sanford pulled to within 4. And now the Mocs faithful behind us and to our right begin to come to their feet. And rightfully so.
Yeah, just such a solid game that the Mocs played today out here today, offensively, and just taking care of it.
Wheeling with 2 more.
Sydney, Australia. Toddy grew up playing cricket in Australia. His dad, as a matter of fact, played in 3 World Cups for Ireland. Has a 7-foot 5-inch wingspan.
Yeah, guy they want to get going early if they can. We'll see a lot of entry passes to him, set up some isolation.
Whelan.
Get it done, and in some ways it feels like that's going to happen again here. Maybe not their best shooting day, but finding a way to win. But keep in mind, they are 50 and 40% shooting.
Mulholland. They have 10 come from behind second half wins this season through the Paladins. Champion with the feed. Huff. 3 is Tom House, and he drains it.
In a while that Furman has managed to find an open shooter.
Chattanooga had been on a 6-0 run over 2 minutes since the last basket for Furman. Bonham off the screen from Champion. Got it.
Shooter. Best overall shooter, more in my opinion, for this Furman team. Here's the gamble. And will Chattanooga capitalize?
They do.
And Sybil's goes inside. He banks it in, and Wofford is on the board.
Sybil's a lefty. Look, Wofford can score early, but they don't want to get into a track meet with Chattanooga here, even at home.
And Dan Earl of Chattanooga said his team must run good offense and sharp offense here tonight. Huff, that's a 3. He got it. Hunter Huff.
Defense, and the Terriers, they were 8 of 12 in the first half behind the arc.
Holmes short on the 3. Rebound by Chattanooga.
Transition defense solid by the Terriers. Again, it's hard to really understand how quick Bonham and how far dribbling the ball.
Champion against Filowich. Good matchup inside. To go inside to Kiesler. Score the basket and a foul. Garrison Kiesler. Trip. Filowich. Shot denied by Champion. Champion gets the loose ball. He's been active on both ends. In the corner bottom. That's a 3. And that's good. And finally a 3 goes down for Bonham.
To look at.
Long 3 from T.J. Grant. And Whelan saves it from going out of bounds.
Yeah, and it forces that offensive decision, right? You're trying to take away some of the cuts to the basket, take away some of the entry passes.
Huff. Long 3, and he drains. Now Enzi completes the three-point play. He's got 4. Lead back at 6 for Mercer. Corner 3, Cusano. And again, another big bucket from Johnson. He's got 13, and he has been the assassin here in the second half.
Yeah, the 2 big advantages Chattanooga is trying to capitalize on today is they have slowed down this fast-paced offense. And also this one. This one's a little bit harder to determine. There's a bit of a revenge factor going on today. Action going on. Players are still trying to fill voids and get to different spots on the floor. If you don't make those, the chances of getting a rebound are pretty low.
Make it 2.
He's an old soul, 6th year of basketball. And that's not uncommon anymore with the COVID years and the transfer portal. As you see, the takeaway here by Chattanooga.
A couple of steals already generated. Dan Earl talking about wanting to generate more takeaways defensively. About Whelan up and under. Nice find by Champion.
For the Mocs on second chance points. As you see the misfire from Paloute.
Yeah, 3 ball won't go. Catamounts 2 of 15 from beyond the arc. 15 of the 35 shot attempts have been from range, and a good.
Whelan short. Buggs had it knocked away. Another floater by Boyd, no good. And a rebound. Champion right as the shot clock sounds. Low run pass ahead. Whelan right hand layup good. And Cusano in for Kiesler. Costill the inbound. Gets it to Whelan with 10 to shoot. Champion. Costill going to load it up and hits right corner.
8-game home winning streak. And Jaden Brown now with a nice turnaround jumper goes in. He scores the game's first 2. Here's a look at the Chattanooga lineup. Keep an eye on number 5, Frank Champion. Transfer, newcomer to the team. Dan Earl very excited having him on his team here this year.
Yeah, he's a kid, Division II transfer. They've got a couple of them, but he's finally healthy.
Connor Huff in the corner. Hits a 3. Connor Huff. Brownell backing in against Kiesler. And he steals it away from Brownell. Turnover on Sanford. It's first.
The Mocs choosing not to double in the post, even though they're giving up a little size at those forward and center positions.
Nice save by Huff. Almost went out of bounds. Inside to Wheeland. Reverse layup is good with the left hand and bash. So here comes Chattanooga. We talked to Dan Earl before the game. He says this team prides itself on the offensive end with the 3 S's, he said: see, share, and shoot. He likes the way this team is shooting the ball, taking care of the basketball, and is rebounding decently as well this year. Champion inside to Wheeland. Lays it in.
Has got 3 bigs, if you will, at his disposal. Allensbach is one. We've seen the others. Jaden Brunell and Larry Olelenka.
The Euro step by Bonham, and he banks it in. Well, they got down to
Stanford with just 2 points off of turnovers. They are generally forcing 17.5 turnovers a game. That's 4th nationally, and they can turn good defense into offense in a hurry. Just haven't been able to do it thus far this evening.
Mocs barely beat the 10-second count. Mocs started out SoCon play 1 and 2. Since then, the team has won 3 straight. Wheeland, the turnaround, got it.
Well, he's made the difficult.
Going to start to see some more separation as we head into the 4th week of conference play.
Off the inbound, again that roughly 10-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Backdoor Bonham. What a nice find by Champion. Nicely designed play. Came in with 10 steals. Bonham on the wing. Kiesler loads up. Champion battles again for the rebound. Good find underneath to Bonham. Little shovel pass. Keene. Shot clock under 10. Bronson over defender. And the long rebound for Champion. You know, Chattanooga did a shoot around today as Champion steps around and he feeds Kiesler that time. Oh, the passing big man.
Midway through the first half, Wofford in front by 20. Bonham got Filowich in the air, kicks it back out up top. Here's Melson now to Champion. Catch and shoot 3 from Huff. And Honor Huff. Filowich has it stolen away. Champion with a steal behind the back. Bonham into the paint, draws a crowd. Back to Champion. Wheeland.
In 3-point shooting percentage, but he's arguably the best shooter that the conference has to offer.
First home game of the conference season for Chattanooga. 491 and 150 all-time at the Roundhouse, and a layup to begin it.
So it'll be interesting to watch.
Atwell tremendous against the Mocs last year. They split 2 games. Both were blowouts. UNCG won big here, and then they returned the favor when they went to Greensboro. Frank Champion on the wing for Huff. To the bucket.
And that's what Huff
said to try and counter.
Under 10 on the shot clock. Davis for 3. Missed everything. Ends up in the possession of Trey Bonham. Here's a starting lineup for the Mocs. Bonham, Wheeland, Kiesler, Huff, and Champion. Champion feeds Wheeland. And the first bucket belongs to Chattanooga. Wheeland's jumper is off the mark. Offensive rebound for Champion. He's double teamed, but he finds a cutting Kiesler.
And
excellent ball movement from the Citadel. It results in a basket from John Adams.
Yeah, that's a really, really good set. 3 good passes in a row there to get an easy shot for John Adams.
Whelan, he's been a problem for the Bulldogs. He gets 2 more.
Oh, there you go. Confident stroke. And now the question is, who do you foul? Everybody on the floor shoots it pretty well.
Well, they get it up ahead to Champion. Bonham, he'll take the open shot.
Well, if you make it...
Oh, that was beautiful. Robinson right back in, forces the steal, doesn't commit the foul, and then giving it up for the deuce. That was pretty.
Champion backdoor cut. And Jack Cussman. Chip Johnson off the inbounds pass. Rains a 3 from the corner.
As we said, teams leading three-point shooter at nearly 40%.
First 3.
The other team, you're either turning them over or they're making their shot. There's not going to be too many opportunities for rebounds.
Bears with pressure, and they double-team Champion. Does a good job of getting it to Honor Huff, who gets open for a long shot and hits it. Came as Latif Juf was trying to make a move to the hoop. Frank Champion inbounds against the freshman Brady Shoulders. Champion, nice dish to the corner. Juf, the big man, with 15.7 rebounds. Garrison Kiesler. Champion double teamed. Big bucket there by 27 seconds on the shot clock. And Champion comes up with a huge steal. And feeds Bash Wheeland.
And free throw shooter Ballo, not too good from the free throw line, just 57%, but he does make that a 3-point play. So Indiana trying to get a jump on Chattanooga, an upset-minded team. The Mocs won 21 games last year. Pretty good showing in the Southern Conference. Here's Bonham, who gets 3 plus another foul.
With some injuries as well.
Renew is wide open. He misses the 3. And Trey Bonham rebounds for Chattanooga.
And Malik is only 3 of 16 now in the season from three-point land. So they're going to encourage him to continue to shoot those until he can find the range.
As scoring as much as he has, it has largely been on 2s. Bonham slips through, and a quick feed on the weak side leads back.
It's an automatic foul.
So Chattanooga on the upswing. They've won 3 in a row, and they've had a good start here in Bloomington today. They've rained in a couple of 3s as well.
Oh, man.
Beautiful feed from Champion.
But sometimes he just coasts. Time sticking his nose in the fray.
Whelan got in front of Ballo and was able to lay it down.
Oh, nice backdoor.
Bonham a 3. Offensive rebound tipped to Champion. Bounce feed, Kiesler the bucket. Indiana with a nice lead, now up 11.
I like the mock pressure full court by Indiana. If they make a mistake through the mocks, they're right there to take advantage of it. But now the moccasins inside of 15 seconds on this possession.
Nice cut to the basket. Champion gets his 5th.
And another nice basket for Ford.
Darius Ford, good strong take there. Was able to get Bonham out of position. Extended his body, went up. That's just a great play you like to see there for the Bulldogs.
A foul on the shot that didn't get called. Whelan for 3.
Alabama A&M cutting it to 6.
All 3 of his three-pointers have gone in today. Well, I'm sorry, all 9 of his points have come from three-pointers today. And I think he'll take another one before this game's over.
Yeah, somebody you mentioned earlier we thought was going to be in the starting lineup and just had a phenomenal game coming off the bench.
There's the answer.
Sean Casano, number 4.
7-footers in the SWAC, but Alabama A&M has a pair of them.
They do. Not dressed out today is number 34, Bo Curry. And he's 7'4".
And I've waited long enough, Heath, but you haven't brought it up, which surprises me. One player from Africa, one from Australia, one from Canada, and your favorite place, Senegal.
Yes, we have been blessed here on Sunday to see multiple tall athletes from the Senegal as Honor Huff.
Ovation and the finish for Turnbull from Comer.
I would call that a very well-constructed play.
Made eye contact with each other, set it up, and Turnbull threw it home. Good lead pass the other way, answering right back.
Drives against Costal. Turnaround off balance, and Costal has the rebound. So I mentioned UAH and the connection between these two programs and the University of Alabama Huntsville. Former Chattanooga head coach John Schulman, now at Central Arkansas. But when John Schulman left Chattanooga,